is still life in the old La Liga season with, of course, Atlético Madrid, the leaders, dropping points this past match day. But, of course, what will happen this weekend? We'll take a little look next. Another prediction show today. We take a look at match number 24. That's right, boys and girls, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, I said, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to keep you back up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, La Liga related. Woo! Football, we're going to know here. We're not live today, unfortunately. Of course, got too much on the agenda. But until then, what's going on? Of course, Atlético Madrid work like a country mile ahead of everybody else. But right here, right now, they are dropping points left, right, and centre to give hope to the big boys. When I say the big boys, I'm talking about Barcelona and, of course, Real Madrid. But what will happen this weekend? We'll take a look at that in a minute, of course. But until then, we have some breaking news. That's right, boys and girls. We have 2 new Patreons, boys and girls. When I say 2 new patrons, I really mean one brand new squeaky clean patron. That is, of course, you know me. I said Alan MC. I said you know me, Alan MC. You know me. Welcome to the gang, boys and girls. He is Patreon number 25. When I say 25, we did have a returning one who actually got himself back into the thick of things. Tom Beresford. So big shout out to those 2 lovely specimen. They went right here to, of course, my webpage, patreon.com/Rosie, and became members of the band of brothers, our sisters as well. And you get access to all this content, which I do need to up the ante. But right here, right now, with the Prediction League, it is making things quite difficult to keep up with this, because the Prediction Leagues, believe it or not, takes up a whole host of time. So a big shout out to Tom Beresford, and of course, you know me, Alan MC. That's right, welcome to the gang, brothers. And if anyone else wants to join them, there should be a link on the screen right about now, or you could just go over here and have a little look at it, or in the old description as well. But right here, right now, we're going to take a look, of course, at La Liga. How we all got on last about, and then shall we, of course, see who did well, who did shite. I think I did, I don't know what I did actually. We're going to kick it all off with reviewing my picks, which did take place all the way back. Getafe, where was it? Celta Vigo up against Elche. Where is it? There it is, back Friday, the swallow of February. I got a nosebleed. Panic stations. As I say in Hollywood, people, the show must go on. I do have something shoved up my nose, cheeky. It's I've got to stop the nosebleed, but we got to keep going. We got to plough on. The time is a coming. This game's take place tomorrow, so we've got to get these babies online. So here we go, recapping, of course, the games that did take place, starting with Friday, the 12th of Feb. Of course, it was Celta Vigo up against Elche, ended up as a 2-1 win in the bloody end. Goodness gracious me. No, that was my pick. 3-1 win was the final score, going in favour of Celta Vigo. Scores on the day. Santi Mino on the score sheet, with a brace Mendes as well on the score sheet. Emiliano Regagioni on the score sheet as well for Elche, as they lost. I actually went with the 2-1 win, so not too shabby on that one. Granada against Atlético Madrid was a 2-1 win for Madrid. They did win this one. Marcos Llorente, Angel Herrera on the score sheet. Yangel Herrera on the score sheet for Granada in a 2-1 loss to them. 3-1 for me, not too shabby. Sevilla did beat Huesca. Of course, they should have done. Maria El Hadidadi on the score sheet for Sevilla. Actually went with a 2-0 win for that one, so I'm not too bad on that one. I started off pretty well. Eibar against Valladolid and all square. Got that one bang on the nose. That's right, of course, 1-1 in the end on the score sheet there. What do we have? We have Kike Garcia, Roque Mess on the score sheet for Valladolid. Meanwhile, Barcelona against Alavés was a comfortable win for Barcelona, 5-1 win in the end. Actually with a 3-0 win. Trincao, of course, he is the future for Barcelona. Lionel Messi, both of those 2 guys got a brace. Junior Firpo as well on the score sheet for Barcelona. Luis Rocha on the score sheet for Alavés, but too little too late. My boys, Sociedad, digging deep here with a 1-0 win over Getafe on the road. 2-1 for me, not too shabby. Alexander Isic on the score sheet. Madrid also picking up a win over Valencia, 2-0. Benzema and Cruz on the score sheet for that one. Actually went with a 2-0 win. I got the one bang on the nose as well. Kicking off for the Levante against Osasuna was a 1-0 win for Osasuna. Ante Boudma on the score sheet for Osasuna. Actually went with a 1-1 draw. Shame on me. Villarreal did lose to Betis 2-1. Nabo Fekir, of course, big time player there. Emerson as well. Gerard Mourinho get the goal for Villarreal, but 2-2. Actually went with a 2-1 win going the other way. Into the late games. One on Monday was, of course, Bilbao 4-0 win over Cadiz. Alex Barunja with a couple of goals there. Unai Lopez and Naki Williams as well on the score sheet for Bilbao. Comfortable win, 4-0 win over Cadiz, who are starting to show their lack of quality. Actually went with the 1-0 win, and of course the surprise here, Levante 1-1 over after a 1-1 draw with Madrid there. Bardi as well, Marcos Llorente on the score sheet for Madrid. 2-0 for me. As you can see, I did pretty well. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 out of 11, which is pretty good, but it's not great. There are some guys showing off in this week. We'll have a look at those guys in just a second. Let's take a look at the table as it stands right here, right now. Atletico Madrid have a 6-point cushion over Real Madrid with a game in hand on Real. They've also got a 9-point clearance over Barcelona. We've played the same amount of games. Of course, Sevilla to 4th, the remaining 4, 6, 7 points clear over Sociedad, and they played a game more as well. Sociedad. Meanwhile, Valladolid, Elche and Huesca going down, but it's very, very tight between Valladolid and all the way up to Valencia to 13th. They could go down, boys. They could bloody well go down, of course. Let's take a look at, of course, your picks. Not your nose. Don't pick your nose because you get nosebleeds, of course. 0-3 Sheffield game. 47 Sheffield and 8+, just like me. You're in the top bins. Here we go. Vinny Hong did okay. Jacob Nugare, he's okay. Giacomo Isef absolutely smashed it. Barcelona also did good. Alan MC, you know me. I said, Alan MC, you know me. Here's a Patreon. We give him some love. Well done to you. Of course, Yana Buster did bits. Ultra, Mura, fantastic as well. Matt Gunner did bits. Maskeville, not too shabby. Shane O'Donnell also did good. Luka Kajanovic also did very, very good. I do also did okay. Gamer Child did bits. Costas K, he's okay. Tom Stainer, fantastic. James BCFC, are great. You are great indeed. Oli Argiojo, fantastic. Omagi on Monday, absolutely belted it. Can't stop him right now. Alex Well also did good. Ivan Stringer did fantastic. Of course, Shepherd did bits. Tremendous. Of course, Russell Frost also did good. Well done. Hans Worst, not too shabby. And Nathan Heaver coming at you from down under. He's in the corner. Who puts Nathan Heaver in the corner? I do. He just punched me in the bloody nose. Look at him. Of course, look at that. LNFC, I know it happens to the best of us. I've been down there before. Don't worry about it. But Ivan Stringer, Omagi Monday, Shepherd, Georgiaka Isef, also plus me. We are the kings of the week, boys and girls. Wear your bloody crown. Where's your crowns, people? Where's your bloody crown? There we go. Ooh, get in there. Get in my veins. Of course, Prediction King this week, alongside these beautiful band of brothers. Of course, includes Shepherd, of course, Patreon, but big time Charlie out there. Georgiaka Isef, new to the scene, or newish to the scene. Omagi Monday, of course, the kingpin himself. And he has been bucking up the trend recently, so he's, you know what? There he goes. 7 percentage points. We could probably declare this league over, to be honest with you. I don't. There's still a lot of points to be won. Only a travesty would see Omagi Monday losing this one. 7 percentage points at the moment, but it could happen. He could actually just decide to quit or take a couple of days off. I've got something on my leg. What the bloody? I'm having the mares of the thing. It might not be a tick. Tick in the winter. It's a bloody well. What is this? Bloody well. What is that? I gotta have words. Anyway, let's kick it off further then, shall we? Of course, take a look at the next round of matches again. A big old match week, and then we've got a Brucey bonus here as we try to play catch-up out in La Liga. We'll kick it all off with, of course, Real Betis up against Getafe. Of course, played the last 6 forwards at Getafe, 1 for Real Betis, out 1 draw. Last time around in Betis was a 1-1 draw back in September 2019. That was last season. Joaquim on the score sheet, legend. Jimmy Master as well on the score sheet for Getafe. William Carvalho, Lorien Morion got themselves sent off as Betis end up with 9 men on the field, but they still managed to hold off with a point in the end. They did play each other Getafe this season, back in September, of course. It was a 3-0 win for Getafe. Angel Rodriguez with the brace, Marc Culiera as well. Alessandro Mandi got himself sent off on that one in a very, very fruity game. Meanwhile, Getafe have actually failed to score in their last 4 matches in La Liga, and they've also lost the last 3 on the road. Real Betis, though, flip side, scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches as well. Coming into this, Real Betis just 1 win in the past 3 games. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 6 games for Getafe. So Betis are in better form, even though Getafe are going to be a difficult stick it to wicket on this one. 21-20 is your odds for Betis for the victory. 16-5 is your Getafe. They are your underdogs. 2-1 is your long shots. Is your draw. Of course, Getafe coming at you in, of course, 14th spot at the moment, but for them, they could actually go as high as 12. As for Betis, they're in 7th, believe it or not, and for them, they could actually go as high as 6 in the table. I've gone with on this one. Real Betis would take the win with, of course, Joaquim and co. to take 3 points and keep on moving on. Keep moving the chains. Of course, Elche taking on Eibar in the back of the E's, of course. Pretty sure the last 6-3 was Elche, 2 for Eibar, 1 draw last time round. In Elche was a 2-0 win for Eibar, of course, back in September 2014. It's been a while. It's been a bloody while. Goal scorers back then. Who was scoring? It was Danny Garcia, Raul Gabieta Sosa on the score sheet. Meanwhile, they did play each other this season over in Eibar. It was a 1-0 win for Elche this time around. It's actually back-to-back wins for Elche, beating them both in Eibar, of course. Heading into this, though, Elche have actually failed to win the last 16 matches in La Liga. Also, can see at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches as well. Eibar, though, failing to win the last 6 on the road as well. So 2 teams in absolutely ropey before, both sides coming into this losing 4 of the past 6 games. The other 2 games were draws, so 2 teams looking for a win, and it could go probably, it smells like a draw if I'm honest with you. 13-5 is your Elche, 23-20 is your Eibar, 9-4 is your draw. Of course, Elche coming at you out in 19th, and with them they could actually go as high as 17th, and sitting in 17th it is Eibar, and with them they could actually go as high as 30th in the table on this one. I can't really call it. I've gone with a draw. Yep, smells like a draw. Gone with a draw. Next, of course, we have the leaders, Atlético Madrid taking on Levante. Of course, didn't they just play each other just yesterday? Yes, they did. But of course, this time it is in Madrid. Of course, they play each other in 6 recent encounters. Of course, the last 6 forwards for Madrid, nothing for Levante. 2 draws, including a draw just the other day. Of course, they played each other last time in Madrid. It was a 2-1 win for Madrid back in the January last year. Angel Carrera, Felipe as well. Roger Marti getting the goal for Levante. They also played each other just the other day. Meanwhile, Atletico have actually won the last 11 home matches against Levante in all competitions, also undefeated in 22 matches at home, scoring at least 2 goals in 8 of the last 10 home matches against Levante in all competitions as well. Heading into this, though, just one win the past 3 games for Atletico Madrid. That one win was against Granada. The other 2 games were draws. They are also in Champions League action. It'll be after this game, though. As for Levante, they're actually just one defeat the past 6, but only one win the past 5 for them. A lot of draws knocking around for Levante. Heading into this one, the bookies odds 50-8 on is your Atletico Madrid, 3-1 is your 6-1 is your away win. That is, of course, Levante. Levante coming at you out in 11th. The win for them, they could actually go as high as 8th. Of course, Madrid are top. And they'll be top no matter what. No matter bloody what. The win for Levante in 11th could see rise from their 11th all the way up to at least as high as 8th. That's what Atletico Madrid they are.
Top of the pops. And no matter what goes on, they'll be top of the pops, boys and girls.
At the end of it. So, of course, comfortable lead for them in the table. They're going to get another win here with a comfortable 3-0 win at home. And, of course, Suarez amongst the goals. Next, of course, we have Valencia taking, of course, Celta Vigo. Of course, let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, but the last 6, 2 is a piece and 2 bloody draws last time around. In Valencia was a 1-0 win for Valencia back in February 2020. That was, of course, last season. Carlos Soler on the score sheet before, of course, lockdown. Of course, 1-0 win for Valencia. Meanwhile, they did play each other this season in Celta Vigo as a 2-0 win for Celta Vigo back in September, of course, without fans. Igor Aspas on the score sheet, Maxi Gomez as well for Valencia. Aspas with a brace. Celta Vigo actually failed to win 14 last 15 matches on the road. Coming into this, just one, actually unbeaten the last 4, picking up 3 draws and a win. Meanwhile, just one win for Valencia in the last 6 games. That was against Elche a couple of games back. Meanwhile, look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, coming at you, Valencia 29-20 for the ratio, 2-1 is your Celta Vigo, 11-5 is your draw. Of course, Valencia coming out in 13th spot at the moment, but with them they could actually go as high as 12th. As for the opposition, of course, Celta Vigo doing okay in 19th at the moment, 9th spot at the moment, but with them they could actually go as high as 8th in the table. On this one, I'm going to go with the 1-1 draw on this one. Valencia, not really. They've had a nightmare this season, absolute nightmare, trying to get themselves, of course, climbing the table. Kicking off further, though, we've got Valladolid up against Real Madrid, of course. Played the last 6, nothing for Valladolid, 4 for Madrid, and of course 2 draws last round. In Valladolid was a 1-0 win for Madrid, of course, back in January 2020. 1-0 win back in the day. Who was that? Nacho on the score sheet. Meanwhile, they played each other this season over in Madrid. It's back in September as a 1-0 win as well for Madrid. Vinicius Junior on the score sheet, giving them all 3 points. Heading into this, of course, Madrid winning 10 of the last 12 matches against Real Valladolid in all competitions, also winning the last 3 matches in La Liga. They're coming into this, though. 4 wins in the past 5 games. The only hiccup was a defeat to Levante. Meanwhile, Valladolid coming into this without winning at least 6 games. Look at the bookies odds on this one, of course. Valladolid coming at 6-1, long shots 20-9 on is your Real Madrid, 10-3 is your draw. Of course, Valladolid coming at you and the relegation zone, but for them they could actually go as high as 13th in the table. Real Madrid are second, and for them they could close to at least 3 points off the lead if, of course, a little bit of luck goes their way. They played a game more, though, but of course I still think they'll get the win here with a 2-1 win, get over the line, 3 points in the bag. Next up, of course, what do we have? We have, of course, Barcelona taking on Cádiz. Where are you? Where is it taking on Cádiz? They are taking on Cádiz. Why am I looking at Elche then? Why am I looking at Barcelona Elche? There it is. That's the midweek game, of course. Yes, indeed. Of course, played each other the last 3. 2 was for Barcelona, 1 for Cádiz. Of course, last time around in the Camp Nou, all the way back in 2006. 1-0 win for Barcelona. Goal scorer that day, Ronaldinho. That's right. They did play each other this season in Cádiz. That was a 2-1 win for Cádiz. Alvaro Jimenez on the score sheet and Alvaro Negredo was on the score sheet as well. Pedro Alcázar with a big for OG, giving Barcelona some hope, but unfortunately too little too late. Cádiz have actually conceded at least 4 goals in the last 3 matches, whereas Barcelona have actually won the last 7. Heading into this, though, Barcelona looking at this one, just 1 win in the past 3 games in all competitions. Losing to PSG quite heavily, of course, losing to Sevilla as well. They did beat Alavés quite heavy last round out in La Liga. I mean, with 4 defeats on the spin for Cádiz in all competitions, losing to Sevilla, Atlético Madrid, Sociedad and Bilbao, big boys out in La Liga. Of course, look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have at the bookies odds? Coming at you out of this one, of course, playing on Sunday, or early, 6-1 on for Barcelona, 7-1 is your draw, 14-1 is your Cádiz. As for Cádiz out on the table, they're coming at you out in where are they? 15th for them. They are trailing now after a fantastic start to the season, but win for them, they could actually go as high as 12th. As for Barcelona, they are in third, and win for them, they could go second, depending on what goes on elsewhere. I've gone with the 3-0 for Barcelona, kicking ass and taking names, get the 3 points, and maybe getting right back into the title hunt, of course. Next, of course, Sociedad up against, what else do we have? Sociedad taking on, of course, Alavés, of course. Let's take a look at this badge, of course. Played each other last 6, 2 wins for Sociedad, 1 for Alavés. 3 draws, of course, last round in Sociedad. It was all the way back in September 2019. 3-0 win for Sociedad. Goal scorers on the day. Miguel Olazábal with a couple of goals there. William Jose as well. Manuel Garcia got himself sent off. They also played each other this season out in Alavés, of course. It was a new draw back in December. Sociedad unbeaten against Alavés in the last, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Just a couple of games, actually, back-to-back draws. Heading into this, though, Alavés have actually failed to win the last 6 matches away from home. Heading into this, just one win the past 6 games in all competitions, both home and away. That was against Valladolid. Meanwhile, Sociedad just one defeat the past 5. That was in the Spanish Cup against Real Betis, of course. Looking good at the moment. Sociedad getting back to where they need to be. Look at the bookies. Odds on this one, 6-4 on for Sociedad, 11-4 draw. 92 is your Alavés. Of course, Alavés coming at you, and in 16th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 12th. As for their opposition, Sociedad, they're actually in 5th for the win for them. They could close in on 4th. And maybe get Champions League football back on the horizon again. Sociedad will win this one, 2-1 win in the end. Huesca up against Granada. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, played each other the last 5. One win for Huesca, 2 for Granada, 2 draws. Last round in Huesca was a 2-1 win for Huesca back in April 2018. Juan Hernandez, Gonzalo Mariello on the score sheet, Adrian Ramos for Granada. Of course, they played each other this season over in Granada. It was a 6-goal Bobby Daza, 3-3 in the end. Luis Suarez, not that one, the other one, Jorge Molina as well. German Sanchez on the score sheet, Rico, Borja Garcia, and Shinki Ongzaki. Of course, ex-Leicester man on the score sheet, is that right? Possibly, I don't know. But anyway, heading into this, Huesca have actually failed to win 21 of the last 23 matches in La Liga. Granada have actually failed to win the last 5 on the road. Heading into this, just 1 win the past 5 for Granada and that was in the Spanish Cup against Naval Macararo. They did eventually lose to Barcelona in the Spanish Cup, and they've crashed out since. Just 1 win the past 6 games for Huesca. That was against Valladolid on the road. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Huesca 23-20 for the victory. Are your favourites? 5-2 is your draw. 23-10 is your Granada. Did I say? Yeah, is your Granada, of course. A win for Granada in 8th. A win for them, they could go into 7th. As for Huesca, they're down 20th at the moment. With a win for them, they could actually close in. In fact, overtake Elche into 19th in the end. Granada will win this one. 1-0 win. Just the win, just the 1 goal. That's enough to get the 3 points. Next, of course, Athletic Bilbao taking on Villarreal. 3-2 this one. Played to the last 6 2 for Bilbao, 1 for Villarreal, and 3 draws. Last round in Bilbao was a 1-0 win for Bilbao back in March 2020. Around about this time last season, Raul Garcia from the penalty spot giving them the 3 points. They played each other in Villarreal this season back in December. It was a 1-1 draw. Nicky Williams on the score sheet for Bilbao. Yeri Pimo as well on the score sheet for Villarreal. Heading into this, Villarreal undefeated in the 9 last 10 matches on the road. Heading into this, just 1 win the past 5. That was against Girona. Of course, a couple of draws and a couple of defeats in all competitions as well. Just 1 defeat the past 6 for Bilbao. That was against Barcelona in the league. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? 29-20 for Bilbao. 11-5 is draw. 2-1 is your Villarreal. Villarreal are out in, of course, in 6th at the moment. But a win for them, they could go 5th. Of course, Bilbao down 10th at the moment, but they're looking good. And a win for them, they could actually go as high as 8th in the table. I think Bilbao will get something out of this. A 2-2 draw for me, and I can't separate 2 sides. Into the final 2 now. Here we have Osasuna taking, of course, Sevilla. Of course, played the last 6, 5 wins for Sevilla, nothing but Osasuna and 1 draw last round. In Osasuna was in fact that draw back in December 2019 last season. Munir El Haddadi on the score sheet, Chimi Avela as well on the score sheet. Osasuna, Alio Shanjodo himself sent off. Meanwhile, they played each other this season out in Sevilla. It was a 1-0 win for Sevilla. Lucas Campos from the penalty spot as well. Heading into this, though, Sevilla have actually won the last 5 matches in La Liga, keeping a clean sheet in the last 4. They're looking very, very good at the moment. Just 1 blip in the last 6. That was, of course, against Dortmund in the Champions League. 5-goal Bobby Daza there. Meanwhile, as for Osasuna, back-to-back wins for them, beating Eibar, beating Levante, of course, but this one might be a bridge too far. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? 3-1 for Osasuna, 23-10 is your even Stevens is your Sevilla. This is your Monday night game out in La Liga. Of course, a win for Sevilla. In 4th, they could actually go as high as 3rd in the table. Oh, yes, indeed. As for Osasuna, they're coming into this in 12th, and win for them, they could go as high as 10th in the league. Of course, they are climbing that table slowly but surely on this one. I've gone with a 2-0 win, though, for Sevilla to take it to the house. And then wrap it up. Midweek game, of course, Barcelona taking, of course, Elche. And the last 6 has been 6 out of 6 for Barcelona over Elche. They've actually won the last 7 out in La Liga. Was Elche have actually failed to win the last 16 matches. Barcelona scored at least 2 goals in the last 6. Of course, last round in the Camp Nou was a 5-0 win for Barcelona, and that was in the Spanish Cup. Of course, that was back in 2015. Why didn't they play last season? It wasn't in the division then last season, was it? The last time they played each other in the Camp Nou in the league was all the way back in 2014. It was a 3-0 win for Barcelona. Messi on the score sheet with a brace. Munir Al-Haddadi as well on the score sheet for Barcelona. Let's have a Google him. He's actually on the books at like Sevilla now, right? We're going to take a wee gander at this one. I didn't know he was on the books. He is only 25 years old. He's now on the books at Sevilla, scoring 13 goals. He's looking quite savvy. He's got a Moroccan cap, or he's dedicated. He's declared for Morocco, I believe. Let me have a confirm of that. Change by FIFA requires that national teams must see green light to represent Morocco. He's played once for Spain before he turned 21, so he's declared for Morocco, and he's scoring goals. He's scoring goals for Sevilla. So yeah, fair play. Didn't really get the look in at Barcelona. He's on the move. He's still only 25, and that'll do nicely. Yeah, win for. Do we have bookies odds on this one? We do have bookies odds on this one. It is 7-1 on for Barcelona. Stone Cold Favorites. 14-1 is your long shots. Elche 7-1 is your draw. Elche into 19th. Of course, double match week for them. 6 points on the agenda. If they win both of them, they could go as high as 13th. Same could be said for Barcelona. Win both of those games, they could go as high as second in the table. They'll get a win here, 2-0 win in the end. But what will that happen out on the table if all these results were to come in bang on the bloody nose? Well, if it does, they will look like this. Atletico Madrid will be top of the pop, 6 points clear over Barcelona with a game in hand. Of course, Real Madrid level on points with Barcelona in joint second. Sevilla into fourth as well. Sociedad in the fifth. Villarreal sixth. Down further table, Huesca, Elche and Valladolid going down. No major movement down there, but a lot of shamboozying going on at the top there. As of course, Barcelona back in the hunt. Again, be sure to get your picks in nice and early, and we'll come back again after the midweek game next week. But until then, be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up, smash the old subscribe. And we'll do it all again next time around. Until then, though, I'll see you all very soon. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and of course, if you want to support the channel, just like Alan MC, you know me, and Tom Beresford, you know him. Of course, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But until then, though, I'll see you all next time, and until then, I am out of here.